Alright, here are some builds I made for Monster Hunter Wilds endgame. Some of them are good, some of them are probably not, and some of them are made by other YouTubers who also use the Greatsword. But first we should talk about the Greatsword you'll be using for all upcoming builds. And the Greatsword will be the Artian Weapon Varienza, with the jewels Focus Handicraft 3, Critical Jewel 3, and either another Critical Jewel 2 or 3, Guardian Handicraft 3, or Guardian Iron Wall 3, with your element being either Sleep or Blast, with Sleep probably being better than Blast, but I like Blast better for the big booms. And your reinforcements are typically 1 Sharpness, 1 or 2 Affinity if you want a reliable 100% Affinity, and the rest is Attack. But if you don't have a good Artian weapon, then you could use the Arcveld weapon, the Stalwart Lemurak, with the jewels Critical 3, Critical 2, and anything you want as the 1 slot, which could be something like Handicraft, Critical Eye, or Offensive Guard. And the mantle you should be using is the Corrupted Mantle, but you can have one of the other defensive mantles if you want more comfiness. Okay, since that's done, let's start with the first build, which has a mix of both comfiness and meta. It has the Udra Headpiece Beta, Arcveld Beta Chest and Waist Piece, Gore Beta Arms and Legs, and a Weakness Exploit Charm. With the jewels 2 Agitator, 3 Maximum Might, 2 Crown Strike, 2 Antivirus, and 2 Constitution. Now this build will give you 2-piece Black Eclipse and 2-piece Hasten Recovery, with the prior giving you the Frenzy Virus, which when you recover from it, gives you 15% Affinity plus an additional 10% from Antivirus. And just in case you didn't know, Antivirus's description is actually lying to you and gives only 10% even though it says 15. And the other 2-piece heals you when you continually attack a monster. Don't really know what that means, but at least you heal 15 health when it does happen. This build has 95% affinity, which doesn't include the extra 20% from weakness exploits since that bit is less reliable. So if you want to get to 100%, then you have to get the extra 5% from the affinity reinforcement from your Artian weapon. Now for this next build, it isn't as powerful as the previous, but the healing is more reliable with the build having Udra Headpiece Beta, Gore Chest and Waist Piece Beta, Guardian Arcveld Arms and Leggings Beta, and a Weakness Exploit Charm, with only 1 Agitator Jewel, 3 Maximum Might, 2 Counter Strike, 3 Antivirus, and 2 Constitution. But this time you have the Guardian Arcveld 2-piece Decimator, which heals you for 25 health whenever you destroy a wound. However, you may be thinking why Flare isn't even in the build. Well, it's because I don't even know if it's good or not. Some people says it's good, some others say it might be broken and broken like it doesn't even work. And some say it isn't broken, it's just really bad. So I don't even know what to trust, so I'd rather have skills that actually work. Anyways, this build has 93% affinity, so this time around you'll need 2 affinity reinforcements. This upcoming build might be the best general build I made here. It has Beta G Fulgur Headpiece, Beta Arcveld Chest, Beta G Arcveld Arms, Beta Gore Waist and Legs, and a Weakness Exploit Charm. With 3 Agitator Jewels, 3 Maximum Might, 3 Constitution, and 2 Antivirus. And with this build you have 5 levels of both Weakness Exploit and Agitator, which I believe are the 2 best skills to get to level 5. Too bad you don't have a single point Counter Strike, but you could replace 1 Maximum Might for it because this build overcaps in Affinity. Although you won't have to worry about skills that don't mesh well with other weapons. And you might even be able to run a different weapon as your secondary, instead of it being another of the same weapon you're already equipped with. This build however does have 105% affinity, but hey, if a better greatsword comes out that has 0% affinity, then this build will give you exactly 100%, so that's good. Okay, now let me cook with this next one. It has Udra Beta Head, Chest, and Arm Piece, and Gore Beta Waist and Leggings. It has 3 Weakness Exploit Jewels, 3 Maximum Might, 1 Counter Strike, 2 Antivirus, and 3 Constitution. And the difference this time around is having no Agitator, replacing it with a point into Resentment, with 2-piece Bad Blood and 3-piece Lord's Fury. 2-piece Bad Blood makes it so that you get a bonus 20 damage every 5 seconds when you hit the monster while the skill Resentment is active. And in case you don't know, Resentment gives attack when you have red gauge in your health bar, which is pretty common for Greatsword, as you'll be offsetting and perfect guarding a lot, which gives you that red gauge. 3-piece Resuscitate gives you 10 attack while you're affected with a debuff, which the debuff in this situation would be the Frenzy Virus. This build only gives 90% affinity however. Now this upcoming build is probably worse than the last. It has G Rathlow's Head Beta, G Ebony Chest and Arms Beta, Gore Waist and Leggings Beta, and again a Weakness Exploit Jewel. With 2 Weakness Exploit Decos, 3 Maximum Might, 3 Counter Strike, 2 Antivirus, and a single Constitution. This time around you have Burst and Ebony Odogaron 2-piece Burst Boost. With the 2-piece you get 5 seconds of burst uptime with the Greatsword, and you get bonus 3 attack while burst is up. It's pretty difficult to get 5 hits in for burst, but at least you get free 5 hits when you do the focus strike onto a wound, so it isn't too bad. Anyways, this build again has 90% affinity, so do what you want with that. And for some actual builds from people who actually know what they're doing, a build from Eris MH, who's probably one of the best at Greatsword. The build contains G Arcveld head and arms beta, Arcveld chest beta, and Gora legs and waist beta, with 2 weakness exploit jewels, 1 agitator, 2 maximum might, 3 counterattack, and 2 antivirus. This gives 2-piece Fulgur Anjanath as well as 2-piece Gormagala, with 2-piece Anjanath giving the skill a second wind, which grants a second stamina bar which gives you mostly 100% uptime on maximum might if you play your cards correctly with Greatsword. The build itself has 97% affinity, however the creator offsets that by telling you to get 5% from your RTN weapon. Another build from Rage Gaming that everyone who cares about the Greatsword has already probably seen, so I'll keep it short. You have the Udra Beta headpiece, a weakness exploit talisman, and the rest is Gormagala beta pieces. For decorations, you have 3 weakness exploit, 3 maximum might, 2 counter strike, 2 antivirus, and 1 constitution. Now this gives you the 4-piece Gormagala set bonus, which not only does it give you the frenzy virus, but for those who don't know, also gain 10 attack while you're affected with that virus, and whenever you clear it, you gain a bonus 5 attack for a total of 15 for a period of time. With this build you get 90% affinity, which isn't too bad. This build though is a 10 out of 10, no drama. Overall, you may see there's a common thing with these builds, and it's that it has a 2-piece gore for the frenzy virus, 5 weakness exploit, 3 maximum might, and 3 antivirus. So if you have all that, then you're basically 90% of the way there to having a good Greatsword build. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe so I can get more than 2 subscribers. Okay, bye bye.